Hello, math learners. Welcome to the final review series in preparation for the quarter 3 examination for grade 10. So now we will be dealing and discussing the last 10 questions for grade 10 mathematics. So without further ado, let's do this. Question number 31. 7 friends are sitting around a circular table for a meeting. How many different seating arrangements for them are possible? Is it A, 7, B, 42, C, 720, or D, 5,040? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Okay, my dear math learners, this is an example for circular permutation, and the formula for circular permutation is basically n minus 1 factorial. So you have here 7 friends, so that would be 7 minus 1, so that would be 6 factorial. So 6 factorial, that is 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And that is, I think, 720. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, easy, right? Now let us go to question number 32. For items 32 to 33, the Science Fair Committee. The school is forming a student committee to organize the 2025 Science Fair. The school administrator wants a diverse group and has decided the committee must consist of exactly 6 members. There are 14 volunteers available, 7 from grade 10 and 7 from grade 9. Question is, the school administrator decides that any of the 14 volunteers can be chosen for the 6th position, regardless of their grade level. How many different combinations of 6 students can be formed? Is it A, 1001, B, 2002, C, 3003, or D, 4004? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Okay, my dear math learners, this is an example of a combination in which the value here of 7 grade 10 and 7 grade 9 does not anymore matter. The focus here is that there are 14 volunteers and there can only be 6 members. So therefore, that would be the combination of 14 objects taken 6 at a time. Okay, so in formula, that would be 14 factorial over 14 minus 6 factorial times 6 factorial. Okay, so 14 minus 6, that would be 8 factorial. So the 8 factorial from the denominator and in the numerator can be cancelled. You will only have 14 times 13 times 12 times 11 times 10 times 9. Okay, over 6 factorial, that is 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And if you solve that one, the simplification for that one, it would be 3003. Okay, letter C would be the correct answer. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, my dear math learners. So I hope you got that one. So now let us go to question 33. The same scenario, which of the following scenarios yields the greatest number of possible outcomes? Is it A, the committee must have exactly 4 grade 10 members and exactly 2 grade 9 members? B, the committee must have at least 1 member from each grade level, grade 10 and grade 9. C, the committee must have at least 4 grade 9 members. Or D, there are no restrictions on the comparison of the committee as long as there are 6 members in total. I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Alright, my dear math learners, this question is easy because as what we have discussed earlier, the principal or the administrator does not consider any number of students per grade level as long as it is 6 members out of the total 14 volunteers. So therefore, the possible committee would be letter D. There are no restrictions on the composition of the committee. So let's check whether we are correct. Alright, easy, right? So now let us go to question number 34. In a barangay election, there are 12 candidates available and the number of ways to select a group of candidates to be voted is given by the formula. The combination of 12 objects taken are at a time is equal to 495. Question is, how many candidates are to be selected? Is it A, 3, B, 4, C, 5, or D, 6? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Alright, my dear math learners. Now, from this formula, you can just consider the solution 12 factorial over 12 minus r factorial times r factorial, which is equal to 495. Okay? So, if that would be the case, what you need to do here, the safest way is to trial all of them. And I think the most reliable answer for this one, which is 495, I would say that would be 4. Because 12 times 11 times 10 times 9 divided by 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, I think that is 495. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, my dear math learners, I hope you got that one. But of course, you can verify, okay? So now, let us go to question number 35. During a school foundation day activity, 7 clubs are planning to set up booths. Due to a limited space, not all the 7 clubs can be set up. If there are 840 different ways to arrange the booth in a row, how many booths were allowed to be set up? Is it A, 2, B, 3, C, 4, or D, 5? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Alright, my dear math learners. So, of course, this is an example of a permutation of n objects taken are at a time. So, in this case, you are given the n. There are 7 clubs, but not all the 7 clubs can put up. But the total ways could be 840 ways. So, what you can do is, of course, this is very simple. You can just count your hand from 7 factorial. But, stop when you arrive at 840. So, 7 times 6, that's 42. Then, times 5. Then 42 times 5, I think it is not yet 840 times 4. So that would be the correct answer from this one, because 7 times 6 times 5 times 4, that would be 840. So therefore, C is the correct answer. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright! Easy, right, my dear math learners? So of course, that is very simple, this permutation, because the technique in permutation of n objects taken are at a time, especially when you have r as unknown and the total ways is given, is that you will just start from the permutation given, the n objects, and then you just multiply until you arrive to 840, and you just count how many numbers were used, and that is the correct answer. That would be the r. Alright, now let us go to question number 36. A fruit vendor is arranging 10 pieces of fruit on a display shelf in a straight line to attract customers. 4 identical orange, 4 identical apples, and 2 identical pears, all freshly harvested from local farms. How many numbers of distinguishable linear arrangement are possible for this? Is it A, 3,150, B, 6,300, C, 12,600, or D, 3,628,800? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Alright, my dear math learners, this is an example of distinguishable permutation in which you have the n, which is 10, and that would be 10 factorial over 4 factorial times 4 factorial times 2 factorial, because those are the numbers with identical things or objects. So that is orange, apple, and pears. So therefore, 10 factorial, that is 3,628,800. And then 4 factorial, that is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So that would be 4 times 3, 12, 12 times 2, 24. So 24 times 24 times 2. Okay, and if you divide that, I think the answer would be letter A. Okay, so let's check. 3,150. Correct. Right. So, my dear math learners, very easy. So, now let us go to question number 37. A teacher randomly selects 2 students from a class of 50 consisting of 28 girls and 22 boys. The students are selected one after the other without replacement. Which expression correctly represents the probability that both selected students are girls? Okay, is it A, 28 over 50 times 28 over 50, B, 28 over 50 plus 27 over 49, C, 28 over 50 times 27 over 50, or D, 28 over 50 times 27 over 49? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Okay, my dear math learners, this question is easy. Why? Because this is an example of the probability in which no replacement will happen. So therefore, we start from the girls and then the girls, because we are trying to get both girls in the selection. So the first try would be 28 girls out of 50. Once the girl has been taken, the 50 will become 49. The 28 girls will become 27 girls. So therefore, 28 over 50 times 27 over 49. Alright, so I hope you got that one, my dear math learners. Now, let us check whether we are really correct. Alright, easy, right? Now, let us go to question number 38. A student is asked to find the number of ways to arrange 7 distinct paintings on a wall and correctly determines the answer 7 factorial is 5040. Which of the following statements provide the most valid mathematical justification for using the factorial and factorial calculation in the problem? Is it A, the calculation 7 factorial is the direct application of the fundamental counting principle as there are 7 choices for the first position, 6 for the second, and so on, down to 1 for the last position. B, the calculation 7 factorial is necessary because it accounts for the number of distinct groups that can be formed regardless of the order of the paintings within the group. C, the calculation 7 factorial is used because the fundamental counting principle requires adding the number of choices for each of the 7 distinct positions, 7 plus 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. Or D, the factorial formula n factorial is the standard method because permutation always yield a larger number than combinations and we must choose the largest possible arrangement value. I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Okay, my dear math learners, among the 4 choices here, the one that express or explains thoroughly the factorial calculation is letter A, because in letter A, it says here that we are multiplying 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 and so on down to 1 for the last position. Okay, so that is letter A. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, now let us go to question number 39. A grade 10 student is designing a math problem for a school competition where the required solution must use the permutation formula of P and of R, and the final answer must be exactly 6,720. Which set of conditions for N and R and scenario design correctly fulfills the requirement of yielding 6,720 distinct arrangements? Option A, N is 7, R is 4. B, N is 8, R is 5. C, N is 9, R is 5. Or D, N is 6, R is 5. I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Okay, my dear math learners, in order for you to test this one, what you need to consider is very simple. What you need to do is test the A up to D. So, which among them will give you 6,720, then that would be the answer. So, for example, let's letter A. 7, you will get 4 out of it. So, that would be 7 times 6 times 5 times 4. B, 8, you get 5 out of it. So, that would be 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4. Okay, then we have 9 getting 5. So, that would be 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5. Okay, and then 6 getting 5, that is the same, 6 times 5, 4, 3, 2. Alright, so basically, my dear math learners, we have already encountered 6,720 earlier in our previous question. So if you are remembering that, technically, the correct answer here would be letter B. Because if you try to multiply 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4, the answer would be 6,720. Now, let us try whether we are correct. Alright, my dear math learners, I hope you got that one. Of course, you can also verify your answers by the use of pen and paper or calculator. Okay, so now let us go to question number 40. The school is organizing a fundraiser where winners can choose 4 prizes from a set of 10 available prizes. Which approach lets you calculate unique prizes combination and create your own similar scenario? Is it A, multiply total prizes by 4. B, divide the total number of prizes by the number of prizes chosen. C, use the permutation formula since the order of choosing prizes matters. Or D, use the combination formula and create a comparable situation. I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Alright, my dear math learners, this question is very easy because in the given scenario, we are getting 4 prizes out of the 10 available prizes and it does not consider the arrangement of that four prices. So therefore, that is an example of a combination. Thus, among the four choices, the logical answer would be letter D. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, easy, right? So now, my dear math learners, thank you so much and congratulations for finishing the 4-part series of our review in the quarter 3 examination for Mathematics 10. If you do have more questions or inquiries in our discussion, feel free to put it in our comment section below. If you think this can help other people, please share this to your fellow friends, classmates, and schoolmates. This has been your YouTube Edu Creator Math Teacher Ash. Always remember, it is fun to learn mathematics if we are together learning. Thank you so much. God bless and keep safe always.